हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव। Can someone bring the Bhagavatam class board? Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय। Continuing our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15. Chapter is entitled The Pandavas Retire Timely, text number 17. This is continuation from Friday. The purport was long, so we had divided the verse into two so that today we can complete the next, the whole purport. Text number 16. Yat doshu ma pranihitam guru bhishmakarna naptru trigarta shalya saindhava बालिकाद्यै अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर् नृहरि दासम् इवासुराणि। यद्दोषु मा प्रणहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्ण नप्तृत्रिगर्तशल्य सैन्धवबालिकाद्यै अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशु नृहरि दासम् इवासुराणि। यद्दोषु मा प्रणहितं गुरुभीष्मकर्ण नप्तृगर्तशल्यसैन्धवबालिकाद्यै अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशुर्हरिदासमिवासुराणि। यद्दोषु मा प्रणीतं गुरुभीष्मकर्ण नप्तृत्रिगर्तशल्यसैन्धवबालिकाद्यै अस्त्राणि अमोघमहिमानि निरूपितानि नोपस्पृशु नृहरिदासमिवासुराणि। Mataji's. word to word meaning. Sorry. Yat, under whose, doshu, protection of arms, ma pranihitam, myself being situated, Guru, Dronacharya, Bhishma, Bhishma, Karna, Karna, Naptra, Bhurishrava, Trigarta, King Shusharma, Shalya, Shalya, Saindhava, King Jayadrat, Balika, brother of Maharaj Shantanu, Bhishma's father, Adyai, etc. Astrani, weapons, Amogha, invincible, Mahimani, very powerful, Nirupitani, applied, Na, not, Upasprishu, touched, Nrharidasam, servitor of Narsimhadev, Prahlad, Eva, like, Asurani, weapons employed by the demons. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Shusharma, Shalya, Jayadratha and Bhalika all directed their invincible weapons against me. This is Arjuna speaking. But by his Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, the supreme devotee of Lord Narsingadev, was unaffected by the weapons the demons used against him. So, we are continuing the purport, part 2. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is also mentioning about these great names which have come in the verse. So far in the purport, Karna's description is already mentioned. Even Bhurishrava is also mentioned. So today there is, we will cover Trigarta or Susharma and Jayadratha. Trigarta or Susharma. Son of Maharaj Vridashetra, he was king of Trigarta Desh. And he was also present in the Swayamvar ceremony of Draupadi. He was one of the allies of Duryodhan. And he advised Duryodhan to attack the Matsyadesh Darbhanga. During the time of cow stealing in Virat Nagar, he was able to arrest Maharaj Virat. But later, Maharaj Virat was released by Bhima. In the battle of Kurukshetra, he also fought very valiantly. But at the end, he was killed by Arjuna. Jayadratha. Another son of Maharaj Vridashetra, he was the king of Sindhu Desh, modern Sindh, Pakistan. His wife's name was Dushala. He was also present in the Swayamvar ceremony of Draupadi, and he desired very strongly to have her hand. But he failed in the competition. But since then he was always sought the opportunity to get in touch with Draupadi. When he was going to marry in the Shalyadesh, on the way to Kamyavan, he happened to see Draupadi again and was too much attracted to her. The Pandavas and Draupadi were there in exile after losing their empire in gambling. And Jayadratha thought it wise to send news to Draupadi in an illicit manner through Koti Shashya, one of his associates. Draupadi at once refused vehemently the proposal of Jayadratha, but being so much attracted by the beauty of Draupadi, he tried again and again. Every time he was refused by Draupadi, he tried to take her away forcibly on his chariot. And at first, Draupadi gave him a good dashing, and he fell like a cut root tree. But he was not discouraged, and he was able to force Draupadi to sit on the chariot. This incident was seen by Dhaumya Muni, and he strongly protested the action of Jayadratha. He also followed chariot, and through Dhatrika, the matter was brought to the notice of Maharaj Yudhishthir. The Pandavas then attacked the soldiers of Jayadratha and killed them all. And at last Bhima caught hold of Jayadratha and beat him very severely, almost dead. Then all but 5 hairs were cut off his head. And 5 hairs were cut off his head. And he was taken to all the kings and introduced as a slave of Maharaj Yudhishthir. He was forced to admit himself to be slave of Maharaj Yudhishthir before all the princely order, and in the same condition he was brought before Maharaj Yudhishthir. Maharaj Yudhishthir was kind enough to order him released, and when he admitted to being a tributary prince under Maharaj Yudhishthir, Queen Draupadi also desired his release. After this incident, he was allowed to return to his country. Being so insulted, he went to Gangotri in the Himalayas and undertook a severe type of penance to please Lord Shiva. He asked his benediction to defeat all the Pandavas at least one at a time. Then the battle of Kurukshetra began, and he took sides with Duryodhan. In the first day's fight, he was engaged with Maharaj Drupada, then with Virata, and then with Abhimanyu. While Abhimanyu was being killed, mercilessly surrounded by 7 great generals, the Pandavas came to his help. But Jayadratha, by the mercy of Lord Shiva, repulsed them with great ability. At this, Arjuna took a vow to kill him, and on hearing this, Jayadratha wanted to leave the warfield and ask permission from the Kauravas for this cowardly action. But he was not allowed to do so. On the contrary, he was obliged to fight with Arjuna. And while the fight was going on, Lord Krishna reminded Arjuna that the benediction of Shiva upon Jayadratha was that whoever would cause his head to fall on the ground would die at once. He therefore advised Arjuna to throw the head of Jayadratha directly on the lap of his father, who was engaged in penances at the Samanta Panchaka pilgrimage. This was actually done by Arjuna. Jayadratha's father was surprised to see a severed head on his lap, and he at once threw it to the ground. The father immediately died, his forehead being cracked in 7 pieces. Quite exciting. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you for today's morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. This Sunday. Today is a very auspicious day. We are fasting for Mokshada Ekadashi. It's one of the very special Ekadashis throughout the year. Yesterday was Gita Jayanti, and yesterday we were very honored to have His Grace Hari Parshad Prabhu, who gave a very beautiful class on the glories of the Bhagavad Gita. You can hear if you are not heard. It's available on the ISKCON Chowpatty YouTube channel. And what we are reading now is from the 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, wherein Pandavas will retire, as it is mentioned, Pandavas retire timely, right on time. What was the timely thing? That when Krishna disappeared from this world, so Pandavas also thought that they should move on, and they gave the kingdom to King Parikshit Maharaj. Now, here in this series of verses, Arjuna is recollecting, gratefully acknowledging the beautiful part which Lord Sri Krishna has played in his own life. Arjuna is a very well-known personality. Not only that time, but even now also people know him so well, right? People may not know the names of all 5 Pandavas, but definitely Arjuna's name everyone knows. So this Arjuna, who has been very glorious throughout his life for his achievements, is all giving credit of that achievement to Krishna. In this particular verse which we are referring, he is mentioning that how it was so difficult for him to even survive in the battle of Kurukshetra in Mahabharata. There were great generals, and the names are mentioned here: Karna, Shalya, Shusharma, Jayadratha. And for anyone to even defeat even one of them was not so easy. And Arjuna was fighting with all of them at the same time. And yet Arjuna could defeat everyone. And he was recollecting that why he was able to do it is because of presence of Krishna. It was Krishna who was always at his side. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayor Bhutir, Dhua Anitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there is going to be always victory. But Arjuna is not saying that Krishna and me together we achieved victory. No. A devotee always says Krishna is the one because of whom we achieve victory. I was hearing a class, I don't remember who gave a class, very beautiful class. There is in India or in banks, we have this single account, our own account or a joint account, right? Own account, खुद का account, and there is a joint account. So when we are not devotee, our has only one account, खुद का account. Anything we do, मैंने किया, I have done. And then we become devotee. Then there is joint account, मैं और Krishna. And as we progress in Krishna consciousness, मैंने किया लेकिन भगवान की कृपा से किया. So there is some me is also there, but Krishna's mercy is also there. Previously there was no Krishna's mercy. मैंने किया. Previously कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया, तकलीफ हो गया तो कृष्णा ने किया. अच्छा हो गया तो मैंने किया. But when you come to I'm sorry, when you come to Krishna consciousness, then humbly we say, जो भी हुआ भगवान की कृपा से हुआ. यानी अपना भी थोड़ा भाग है. But as we progress in Krishna consciousness and get realizations after realizations, we realize actually Krishna ने सब किया. I don't even know how I did, because I never did this thing in my life. That's how we progress in Krishna consciousness. The joint organ becomes in Krishna's account. We give everything to Krishna. Pandava, Arjuna is showing here, it is not joint account, it is Krishna's account. Everything he was mentioning, in fact, I should have died there on the battle of Kurukshetra. But I survived, I won the battle, all the credit come to me. Because of Krishna, I was saved. So this is the glory of Krishna consciousness. Krishna is always there for his devotees to protect, to give them what they lack and preserve what they have. Yogakshemam vahamiham. So we see that how Krishna plays a beautiful role in the life of a devotee. Maya also plays a very beautiful role in the life of a devotee. Right? Maya is Krishna's energy. Maya is doing what? Prakshepatmika and avaranatmika. She is constantly throwing tribulations after tribulations on the life of everyone in the material world, whether we are a devotee or not a devotee. Prakshepat. Prakshepat means throw. In Hindi they call it, Prakshepatmak Astra, missile. And then avaranatmika. Avaranatmika means after throwing, she covers over. So that is the glory of Maya, that she will throw tribulations and will suffer, but she will cover the suffering. She will cover our understanding of suffering, and again we will be back in action to enjoy this material world. So that is Maya's trick. On the other hand, Krishna is also doing twofold activity. Krishna is doing Taran, deliverance, and Krishna is doing Rakshan, protection. So Krishna protects our consciousness, protects us while we are in this material world, and finally, Teshaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Krishna delivers us. So Krishna's plan is very big plan. It's not a small plan. Krishna is always planning how to deliver the conditioned souls. And that's why Krishna keeps coming again and again and sending his representatives also to make sure people in this material world get delivered. It is not just once he sends his devotees or once he comes, एक बार बोल दिया ना बस हो गया. नहीं. We forget Krishna comes to revive, to reenact and give us a new system. The same thing but in a new way by which we can practice in that particular age. Sambhavami yuge yuge. That is Krishna's plan. So Krishna is so merciful on the living entities. Not just that he is merciful to Arjuna, even he is merciful to even those who have not realized like Arjuna. Not that Arjuna has realized, oh, Krishna has now been so merciful to me. In fact, even if you do not realize, Krishna is still merciful. That is Krishna's amazing attribute to his all mamayvamsho jiva loke. To all conditioned souls, all souls who are struggling, manasasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. We are all struggling in the ocean of birth and death. But Krishna ne kabhi bhula nahi humko. Krishna is always remembering us. So I was just thinking in those lines that this principle of protection, how Krishna takes care of his devotees, and also Krishna is constantly helping or devising means by which how conditioned souls could also be delivered. Conditioned souls also can come to the process of Krishna consciousness. Today we are fasting for Mokshada Ekadashi. So I was just reading through the beautiful Ekadashi Mahatmya. So I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I'll tell you how it begins. The whole story begins of how Parvati Devi wants to know about the glories of the Bhagavad Gita. And while speaking the glories of Bhagavad Gita, then Shiva is telling to Parvati about the glories of today's Ekadashi. And in that story, there is another story of Lord Narayan's. He is lying on the coil of Ananta Shesha on the Shvetadweep, Shvetasagar. And Mother Lakshmi, she is massaging Lord Narayan's feet, and she notices that Lord Narayan is not happy. How can Krishna be not happy? So she calls and tells, my dear Lord, you're always smiling. You are the one who gives pleasure to everyone. Today I see that you are not happy. So I'm going to cut the whole story short. Lord Narayan says, I am just wondering how my material energy is working in this world. People are so much tormented, yet they are trying their best to again enjoy. That makes me unhappy. And then he mentions, that's why I have arranged that Bhagavad Gita be given to everyone. Of course, the glories continue. There's a beautiful story of one sinful person who later reads the Bhagavad Gita and becomes a great devotee and goes back home, back to Godhead. But the point here is how Krishna is trying to deliver. So we are in the midst of celebrating Gita Jayanti yesterday, Mokshada Ekadashi. This is a very, very special occasion. This month, whole month is special. Right? How this month is special? This month is called as Marga Shirsha. So if you read the Bhagavad Gita, so in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking about his vibhutis, his greatness, his power to Arjuna. In the 7th chapter, in the 9th chapter, elsewhere also. And Krishna is saying to Arjuna that if you want to see me, perceive me in this world, you can see me in the great things of this world. Of Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of Nakshatra, I am Shashi. Of so many things Krishna is saying. Of all the great powerful animals, I am lion. So Krishna is giving all the vibhuti. You see the great thing in this world. Krishna says, I am that. Paurusham Nrushu. Even the ability in a human being to do a very big task, Krishna says, I am that. I am the taste of water. Krishna says. And many times we experience that. That's so close to us. We need water in our life more than the food. And we see that how the taste, unique taste of water. Water has a unique taste, right? Like for example, you are thirsty. Let's say Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi. That's a very special occasion. We cannot forget. So Pandav Nirjal Ekadashi, you are fasting from water. And all you need now is water. And someone says, Prabhu, aapke liye rasna banaya hai. Mango sharat. Bola, हाँ वो रखो, पहले पानी पिलाओ. So first we want to experience the taste of that water. You will take everything later. One more understanding. We never get bored by drinking water. But we may get bored by drinking Nimbu, Sarvat, Rasna, every juice we can get bored. Can someone say, अरे बहुत दिन से पानी पिया है, बोर हो गया है, 4-5 दिन पानी पीता नहीं मैं. Impossible. So water is essential part of our life, and that taste, Krishna says, I am that taste. I am the taste of water. So continuing in this way, Krishna says, of all the months, masanam marga shirshoham. Of all the months, I am marga shirsha. So I was wondering, there are so many beautiful months, so many auspicious months, Ashad, Paush, Falgun. Of course, 1 month Krishna cannot have because already given to Radharani, Kartik month. But 11 months are still there for Krishna to say Ashad, Falgun, Chaitra, Ashwin. Why Krishna says Marga Shirsha? So the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas mentioned that this month is really an important month. And therefore Krishna depicts himself as this month. Because in this month, Krishna arranges a great charity, a great dhan. Krishna is in the mood of giving. Just like Kartik, Srimati Radharani is in the mood of giving. In Margashirisha, Krishna is in the mood of giving. Amazing. Kartik comes and then comes Margashirisha. So Radharani's month is Kartik, Krishna's month is Margashirisha. Even that also little technically we always say Radha Gopinath. We don't say Gopinath Radha. We never say Sham Sundar Radha. Radha Sham Sundar. So Radha, Krishna, Kartik, Margashirisha. So after Radharani's favorite month, Krishna's month is coming. So what we do in Radharani's favorite month? We do so many beautiful activities in Krishna consciousness. We do lot of chanting, because we have heard in Kartik we chant even one round, that is equivalent to how many rounds? Someone says 1,000, someone says 100, someone says 10, no problem, wo bhi chalega. Just imagine 10 rounds. If you chant one round, you get credit of 10 rounds. 16 rounds is how many rounds? 160 rounds. Isn't that too much? 160 कभी किया है क्या? नहीं किया ना? कार्तिक में किया, 16 महीना किया तो. So we see that how Kartik means Radharani is the mood of giving and we are in the mood of taking. Lete raho, mil raha hai to chance, lete raho. So we are doing a lot of chanting, then we are doing a lot of tapasya. Oh God, how many lamps we offered in Kartik? In Marathi they say, kiti dive lavle? Kartik मध्ये भरपूर लावले. So we have offered so many lamps. In our Radha Gopinath temple, we offer morning and evening both. And devotees keep running for both times to come and offer. एक क्यों दो बार लगाएंगे, chance मिल रहा है तो. So Kartik is in the mood of, Radharani is in the mood of giving, Krishna is in the mood of giving. And Kartik month is, we are in the mood of taking. Keep taking, keep taking, keep taking. Now, as a conditioned soul, when we take a lot, we get little renounced, thoda vairagya aaya tha, right? Like in Diwali, we cook lot of sweets. Kitna? Bahut. Diwali they call it faral. Laddu, besan laddu, rava laddu. अरे बोलो क्या है और? करंजी and चकली, शंकरपाली और एकादशी आज. So many beautiful food items. How much they could cook? Our devotees in the house, our family members, they don't cook only 2 laddus. They are quite dabba bhar ke, right? And when you see those laddus, sab मैं खाऊंगा. We'll eat everything. That's the mood. किसको देने का नहीं. कब offering हो रहा है? Then I'll eat. But 2-3 days we get bored, right? कितना चकली खाएगा? कितना लड्डू खाएगा? Then immediately what happens? We pack those things. And we give to neighbors, friends, distribute. Khatam karo jaldi. Vairagya comes, Vairagya comes and then we are in mood of distributing. I see many times, even when we are traveling, devotees come, Prabhu ji, आपके लिए लड्डू बनाया है. लड्डू मेरे लिए बनाया क्या? नहीं प्रभु जी, लड्डू बनाया था, आपके लिए है. So this is what our nature is. When we get too much bored with lot of things, then we are in mood of give. So anyways, we have accepted so much special bhakti merits in the month of Kartik. So now we should give, right? Krishna is in the mood of giving, Margashirisha. So we should also be in the mood of giving. Now what we should give, that we'll decide now. Margashirisha. Why Margashirisha is so important? Because this is the month even demigods, great devatas, all the devatas, they are doing their morning sadhana. क्या बात है? कैसे क्या? See, if you analyze the demigods, devatas, their duration of day and our duration of day is relativity of time. Our 6 months is there 12 hours. Right? So 6 months unka din, 6 months unka raat. Simple. So if we calculate in a very simple, easy to understand, not with those nakshatras and tithis and all, January to June is their daytime. Uttarayan also comes. Then July to December is their night. Simple, right? Jan to June, they are awake. July to December, they are sleeping. Now we also see night time from 6 to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Around that much. Depends on the time cycle. So, January means they wake up. Not wake up, that is the Suryodaya, when the sun comes for them. When do we wake up in the morning every day? After sun, right? Sun ke baad we get up. Mamok Leelapu was mentioning in one of his class, we are all Surya Vanshi and Chandra Vanshi. Chandra Vanshi means night shift. And Surya Vanshi means after sun rises, I will rise. So when devotees arise in the morning, what time? After sunrise or before sunrise? Before sunrise, Brahma Muhurta. So Brahma Muhurta is the last phase of Ratri. Right? Ratri ka last part is Brahma Muhurta, and that is the most auspicious time. So the Devatas, they are not getting up in the morning after sunrise. They get up before that. So December or Margashirish, November, December is the auspicious Brahma Muhurta time of theirs. And they are in a spiritual mood of doing sadhana. So Margashirish is that time when demigods are not in the mood of giving any material things. They are in the mood of doing their own sadhana. Therefore, in the month of Margashirish, it is said that you do any material things, it won't give much of effect. But if you do spiritual things, it will give good effect. Because devatas are demigod worship. They are not in the mood of giving any rewards. And that's why in the South tradition, we find that the month of November, December, January is a very auspicious month. People go for travel, pilgrimage. They call it Margai. They call it Dhanurmas. And they sing so many beautiful bhajans. The whole temples in south of India is full of pilgrims. Because everyone is in the mood of going. Also, it's also a very good time, December, November. It's not very hot, not very cold. Very pleasant climate. So that's why Krishna says, I am Marga Shirshoham. And then Krishna reveals the top notch of why Marga Shirish is me. Because Krishna says, Mokshada Ekadashi comes in this Marga Shirish. Even in South, they have Vaikuntha Ekadashi. That also comes in Marga Shirish. Their calculation. What is Vaikuntha Ekadashi? Vaikuntha Ekadashi means in many South temples, they have normal doors to go inside the temple to take the darshan of the deities. But there is one door, Purvadwar, which is not open. It is closed throughout. But only one day on Vaikuntha Ekadashi they open that door. And it is said, Krishna has arranged, Lord Narayana has arranged, anyone who goes to take darshan of the deities from that door, Vaikuntha Dwar, Purvadwar, then he will get chance to go to Vaikuntha. Wow, what an opportunity. This is Krishna's greatness. Krishna is not taking account, Are tu kahan tha, 11 mahine kya kiya tune? Nahi. You came, you went through, you get a chance. That is Krishna's magnificent potency of being magnanimous. And Mokshada Ekadashi, along with that comes Gita Jayanti. So how to get deliverance, Krishna is also teaching in the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is giving so much of chance for deliverance through Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and he has spoken the Bhagavad Gita. And what is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita has been glorified by great acharyas, be it impersonalist or personalist. Great Vaishnavas have glorified the importance of the Bhagavad Gita. Like Sripad Shankaracharya also mentions in his Mahatmya, which comes in the Padma Puran, Bhagavad Gita kinchid dhita, Ganga jala lava kanika pita, Sakritapi ena murari samarcha, Kriyate tasya yamena charcha. So three things I mentioned, we'll focus on one. Bhagavad Gita kinchid dhita. If someone reads Bhagavad Gita even for short time, sometimes some people come and said, Prabhuji, मैंने Bhagavad Gita start किया, Gita Jayanti के दिन. I started Bhagavad Gita reading on Gita Jayanti. Auspicious day. Prabhuji, 15 दिन तक अच्छा चला. 15 days I read every day. And then after that I became so busy that for next 3 months I did not read. What to do, Prabhuji? No problem. You began Bhagavad Gita kinchit dhita. Even if you read little, Yamena charcha. You don't have to go and have a chat with Yamaraj. Yamena charcha. That's the power of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is so kind, he has given us the Bhagavad Gita. So we are in the midst of a very important month, Margashirsh. Krishna is in the mood of giving. So Srila Prabhupada also is in the mood of giving. Of all months, Srila Prabhupada has given us a mandate of December as the year, the month of giving. I want to give a very, very special message to all of you today. It's really special because just few days back, I had returned to His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, and I mentioned about various things about temple. And then I told Maharaj, Maharaj, we have also begun our book distribution marathon here at ISKCON Chowpatty. Our bus party is touring Washim district in Maharashtra from 20th November. Next, they will go to Nanded and then Hingoli. And on 4th December, Sunday, we are going to have a Sunday special class inspiration talk on book distribution marathon. Soliciting your blessings for book distribution marathon. So this was 2-3 days ago. So Maharaj saw that message. On WhatsApp, you can understand. Double tick is blue. But there was no reply. But auspicious today morning, I got a reply from Maharaj. So here is Radhanath Maharaj's reply to all of us. I send to all of our precious devotees my sincere encouragement and gratitude for participating in this year's book distribution marathon. May Srila Prabhupada be pleased with your devotional efforts, empower you and bless you with His divine grace. Your servant Radhanath Swami. Hari Bol. So, Bhagavad Gita is all about questions and answers. Dhritarashtra is asking question, Sanjay is answering. In that answering and of his question, there is Krishna, Arjuna is asking question, and Krishna is answering. So we are in the mood of reading a book or distributing a book which is full of questions and answers. So I thought today I will have my class presentation in the form of question and answers. Right? So, questions and answers in the Gita. But our class will be questions and answers on why we should distribute Bhagavad Gita. So that's a very important thing. Many times devotees have a lot of questions. Prabhu, Bhagavad Gita ही क्यों बांटना चाहिए? दूसरा क्यों नहीं? Prabhu, how can I distribute? I have never distributed. So all those questions come in our mind and we don't take an effort to even distribute Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. So today we will work on those questions and answers because Gita is full of questions and answers. The first question is, we understood now, we are doing the mood of giving. Marga Shirsh means देना है. हमने ले लिया है कार्तिक में, अभी क्या करना है? देना है. देना है कि देना नहीं? कोई बोल नहीं रहा है. Kartik mein, in month of Kartik we have taken. In the month of Margashirsh, November, December, we have to take. Thank you. I know Ekadashi today you are very tired, morning got up early and सुबह से खाया नहीं है. You have to keep your energy for the whole day. So, why we should distribute Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita only? A question may come in someone's mind. So, why Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita? Because, simple answer, Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita has been the most widely distributed Bhagavad Gita in the whole of the world. Therefore, we are distributing Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. One time, one person in Delhi, he had a unique hobby. His hobby was to find mistakes in the best-selling books in the market. He would go to the market, buy the best-selling book, the most accomplished authors, read their books. He was very intellectual. And in that book, he would find mistakes. And then he would write to the author, your book has won the award, very nice, but there are so many mistakes, kindly correct. That was unique hobby of reading books to find faults. So he read books of all great authors he knew in India. So one day he was going on the street and then he heard this sound, Bhagavad Gita lijiye. Familiar sound, right? Familiar hai ki nahi? Last 2-3 साल से familiar nahi hai because we are not done. So this year we can do this. So familiar हो जाएगा. भगवद गीता लीजिए. कौन चिल्ला रहा है ऐसा? Then he saw a book table. And he knew that these books are quite famous, I have seen many times these ISKCON people are distributing. So he went and saw the books, and then he told very directly to the devotee, see, I read books to find faults. So devotee said, yes, you should read these books. There are so many faults in these books. So he was encouraged. Someone encouraged him to read the books. The devotee also very intelligent. He said, see, you should read. There are so many faults in these books. We need your help. And I don't know when I will meet you next. So you take many books and read all those books and write to me. So he convinced him and gave him a Bhagavatam set. So he took the Bhagavatam set, happily went to his home to find faults in Prabhupada's books. He picked the first canto. First canto is quite big. So he took the book, first canto, started reading the book. Now, while reading the book, he had another hobby while reading, finding fault, so he would drink. So he kept his bottle of wine and he was drinking and he was also reading first canto of Bhagavatam. Unique ways of reading Bhagavatam. And he was trying to find fault in Bhagavatam. He read through all the chapters. His drinking became intense, but he could not find fault in the first 6 chapters, the next 4 chapters. The first canto got over, he could not find fault, he was frustrated. How can it happen? First time ever, someone challenged me where he read the whole book, could not find one fault. So let me take the second canto now. He took the second canto. When he took the second canto, the bottle was in front of him. He was about to drink the bottle, he became distaste. क्या है? फेंक दिया bottle को. He thought, I will not drink this bottle. ना, कुछ काम का नहीं. वैराग्य आ गया bottle के प्रति. He didn't know that Bhagavatam पढ़ रहा है इसलिए वैराग्य आ गया. So he read the first canto, he gave up the bottle. So now second canto, he was smoking. He was smoking and reading second canto. Second canto also, no fault, no mistake. He got frustrated. He picked the third canto. In third canto, he gave up smoking. And he was thinking, what kind of book is this? I'm not able to find even one fault. He was intensely reading the third canto. In third canto, while reading, he felt he should meet this author. Who's this author? So he remembered the contact number the devotee had given him. Mistake dhundne ke baad phone karna. He called, who is this author? I want to meet him. Oh, you come temple, you can meet him. So he went to the east of Kailash, ISKCON Delhi temple, and devotee met him and said, this is Srila Prabhupada. He wrote all the books. He is not there, but he is still there in the books. So how did you like? So he was really, by that time, a lot of change had come in his life. He started attending the programs. The devotee nicely cultivated him. And the devotee also said, we are going for book distribution. You want to come? I said, why not? So he also came for book distribution. And he got taste of book distribution. Eventually, he joined the temple. He is an initiated disciple in the temple there. And every single day, throughout the year, for 6 to 7 hours, he distributes Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada ki. So he went to find faults and mistakes in Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada, while giving him association, removed all his mistakes. What was his mistake? Bottle, smoking, finding faults, everything gone away. That is the power of Srila Prabhupada's books. That even a person who was expert in finding faults could not find faults here. There was one lady, one more story I have, where that lady was she was doing a PhD. And she was doing a PhD in Nastikvad, atheism. Can you imagine doing a PhD in atheism? And she had finished almost 3 to 4 years of PhD, and she had now began to prepare, almost prepared her whole thesis. PhD thesis on atheism. Krishna has some plan always for someone, So she was also going through the market to buy sabji for her home. And one devotee came and somehow convinced her to buy the Bhagavad Gita. So she got Bhagavad Gita, le lete. Sometimes people take Bhagavad Gita just because of our enthusiasm. Book distributors' enthusiasm. We should be very enthusiastic in book distribution. Very nice, very important thing. Like if I say, Hare Krishna, Muli. Muli, Hare Krishna. See, my enthusiasm and your enthusiasm is reciprocal. I said, Hare Krishna boliye. You also went, Hare Krishna. When I said, Hare Krishna boliye, then you said, Hare Krishna loudly, right? See the change. So when we go out for book distribution, our enthusiasm is also important. कोई क्या है? भगवद गीता है. गीता जयंती हो गया, आप ले सकते हैं. और डिस्काउंट में भी है. So he will feel this guy himself is not inspired. Why I should take book from him? So we should say, even if people are saying, no, I will not read Bhagavad Gita, and 50 people have met, we have met 50 people and they are not taking Gita, we should say, this is Bhagavad Gita, this will change your life. That person will feel, like, this person is saying, maybe I should take. That's called enthusiasm. So that guy, the devotee who gave the Bhagavad Gita was so enthusiastic. This lady, she was doing PhD in atheism, she bought the Bhagavad Gita. And she kept in her home. But she just picked up the Bhagavad Gita because atheism kar rahe to thoda ek something hatke. So she read the Bhagavad Gita first chapter. She liked it. First chapter is very interesting, right? All names, all different. Arjuna is giving reason why he should not fight. Second chapter, interesting. Third chapter. After reading 3 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, she was convinced Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. She went to the kitchen. She took a lighter. I don't know, she was not a gas lighter, some other lighter. She took the lighter. She took her thesis. And she burned the whole thesis. Can you imagine? 3-4 साल का मेहनत 3 chapter में खत्म. Then she went to temple and she came in touch with devotees, started attending program, and eventually she took initiation from Radhanath Maharaj. She's a nice devotee. So this is power of not just Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so this is power of, everyone knows, Prabhu हमको मालूम है, हमारे पास खुद का experience है. We have experience of how Prabhupada's books are so powerful. But Prabhuji, there is one more question. कोई खरीदता ही नहीं. No one is buying Bhagavad Gita. So now question answers are begun again. No one is buying Bhagavad Gita. So what should we do? Or the other question is, Prabhuji, everyone has Bhagavad Gita. Everyone says, mere paas hai, I have. So the answer is simple. If someone says everyone has Bhagavad Gita, for your kind information, last year throughout the world, ISKCON, India and international throughout, distributed in the month of December 28 lakhs of Bhagavad Gita. Of which 22 lakhs were distributed in India. This year the target is 30 lakhs. And this year 25 lakhs is in India's quota. Hari bol. And you can ask the book go down. You can check with Shadbhuj Prabhu, Tarun Gaurang Prabhu and all the devotees. Has there any time has come where they got books from the BBT and then suddenly, अरे इतना book बच गया, सिर पे आ गया, अब क्या करने का इसको? Never that has happened. Whatever books we get from BBT, they all get distributed every single year. So if you think everyone has Bhagavad Gita, then who is buying those Bhagavad Gitas? From where the Bhagavad Gita is going? In Mumbai, the real estate is always flourishing, right? People are buying flat. Anyone builds a building, the whole building is gone, sold, flats are gone. अरे flat खरीदता कौन है? Who is buying flats? People are buying flats, right? That means people are increasing, or families are increasing. So how can say Bhagavad Gita सबके पास है? Every year people are increasing, the population is increasing. In fact, someone must have bought a Bhagavad Gita in home, father must have got, now son has become big, he has got married. So when they get married, then the house is small, they buy another house. So this house has Bhagavad Gita, but that house does not have Bhagavad Gita. So we should be always ready to distribute Bhagavad Gita. Not everyone has Bhagavad Gita. Okay, no one buys Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, I can understand it's not easy. Today's Kali Yuga. Who will buy Bhagavad Gita? People are not interested in spirituality at all. Why they should buy Bhagavad Gita? And why they should buy Bhagavad Gita from us? We are not messiahs also. Why they should buy from us? But if you see, people in general are not in mood of buying everything. The market analysis shows that even if you go to sell a toothpaste everyone wants, right? Any doubt on that? Everyone wants toothpaste. Even if you want to sell a mobile, everyone wants mobile. Anyone here name mobile? It's a very known regular commodity everyone keeps buying. Toothpaste and mobile. Go to marketing salesperson, ask him, कैसे चल रहा है toothpaste? He would say बहुत struggle चल रहा है. You want to sell a toothpaste, there is struggle. अरे toothpaste सबको चाहिए. Why there is struggle? Because it's very difficult to convince a person to buy. Even to buy a toothpaste and sell a toothpaste and sell a mobile, any marketing person will tell you that we have to approach 100 customers. Out of 100 customers, around 50 will not even recognize your presence. You sometimes in your house, some salesman come. What happens? You see from the small hole. You don't open only, right? We experience. Sometimes open. हाँ क्या है? नहीं चाहिए. बंद. So every salesperson, 100 people he approach, 50 people will not even recognize his presence. Sometimes you go and show the shopkeeper, please take Bhagavatam. He is not seeing also. Oh, उधर देख के अपना कुछ काम कर रहा है. 5 मिनट हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा, वो देख ही नहीं रहा है. No one is recognizing. So even to sell a toothpaste, sell a mobile, 50 people around, no one will recognize your presence. Remaining 50 will acknowledge your presence. कौन है? After that, they may take the book also, or toothpaste also, or mobile also. It's everywhere, same thing. And there's, and you are giving glories of toothpaste, mobile, or Bhagavad Gita, etc. ठीक है, बाद में लेते हैं, वापस. So I was discussing with one devotee in our congregation who's a very big sales manager. So he told me these statistics. You approach 100, 50 will not even recognize your presence. Out of 50, they will take the book or take any product and give it back to you. Out of the 10, then they will have a conversation. अच्छा क्या है इसका बताओ थोड़ा detail more thing. And when the price is quoted, ठीक है मैं मिलता हूँ आपको, then gives back to you. Only 5 will buy. This is toothpaste and mobile. And we in the Hare Krishna movement think, if I approach 100 people, 100 people should buy Bhagavad Gita from my lotus hands, right? So when we start distribution of Bhagavad Gita, what happens? First 5 people will say no. And they say, मुझे जमता ही नहीं. देखो मैंने बोला था. I told, I can't distribute. No one buys Bhagavad Gita. So the point is 100 people approach, 5 buy. This is market. Nothing to do with Bhagavad Gita. Toothpaste, mobile. 100 people you approach, 5 buy. So if you approach 100 people and if 20 buy, you should be very elevated, thinking, wow, आज बड़ा अच्छा दिन है. What happens in the distribution of books? We distribute books very less because we approach people very less people. We give time to one person. उसको इतना प्रचार करते हैं. इसको आज मैं pure devotee बनाने वाला हूँ. And he's saying, then we go to his everything. We go around. Finally, after half an hour, 45 minutes, this guy does not buy. This person does not buy. That should not be a strategy. Book distribution means don't preach. Give him the books will preach. We are His Grace Sri Chaitanya Prabhu, one of our veteran book distribution leaders. When I joined to CST station in Mumbai Central, every day not every day, sometimes I used to go and 5 small books, 10 small books. Once I did 25 small books and I was so happy. But Sri Chaitanya Prabhu every day did 250 small books. Every single day. So sometimes I would carry a lot of books myself, Nityanand Prabhu, we were at that time going. We would take more books. We knew that we will distribute less books only. But we used to take more books because we knew he was distributing 250 small books only because that was the only he was carrying, 250. He didn't have more than that. Sometimes you would go and give him more. And his score after giving more would be 350 small books. So we asked him, Prabhu, we are going, We are in the same brahmacharya ashram. We eat the same prasad, right? How, and the same books also we are selling. You sell 250 and we sell 2.5 or 225. Then he mentioned, because you spend time too much on one person. I don't spend time. I hit more. Tuck, 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 tuck. So 250 books means I have met 750 people. And then I see their face. I speak. ले लीजिए, अच्छा है. Then if he's little interested, then I give more time. Not interested, take the book out, go to the next person. If he really wants, he'll come, hey, मेरे को लेना है, लेना है. That's the main important thing. But what we feel is we have to preach to one person. If it takes the book, good. Doesn't take the book, then I don't know how to sell book. No one buys the book. This is a disease we creep in. So we should know that when we distribute book, even though when we not distribute a book, still we have contributed. We should not think that we have failed distributing Prabhupada books. Imagine Srila Prabhupada, how many years he failed to accomplish the mission of his spiritual master in printing and publishing books. 40 years. If Prabhupada would have thought after 4 years, I tried a lot, let me sit in Vrindavan and do bhajan. Ho gaya. Then we would have been not here only. 40 years he struggled. Failed, kept on failing. But he kept on going because this is what Guru wants. Simple. Failure, pass, wo sab alag cheez hai. We do our duty. He kept on doing, failing after failing, and finally succeeded. So this is the point. Failure should not be the one who should take us away. We should think, in fact, book distribution is 100% result. 100% is book distribution. Okay, so now let's do a small mathematics. If you approach 100 people and only 5 people buy the Bhagavad Gita, what is the percentage of success? Tell me. 5%. Wrong, 100%. It is 100% section. I'll tell you how it is. Are you ready? So in Girgaon Chowpatty, the local आमदार खासदार जो भी इधर है, he decides to build a wall, एक बड़ा दीवाल, मोटा ताजा दीवाल, and then keeps a competition. All the pahlwans, all the wrestlers, all the bodybuilders of Girgaon Chowpatty can come and they should break this wall. Break the wall, then he keeps a reward. So the first pahlwan comes, biceps and triceps, and DAM! And then hand, दीवाल टूटा नहीं, उसका हाथ टूट गया. Second pahlwan comes, I'll do it. He comes and he gives a smash, and his hand is broken. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 8 pahlwans go. They all are trying their best. किसी का हाथ टूट गया, कोई तोड़ ही नहीं पाया. And Amdar Khasdar is thinking, अरे time waste हो गया. There is no one in Girgaon Chowpatty who can break this wall. Finally, one person goes, मैं हूँ. And everyone is surprised. He is thin, Kadi Pelwan. Kadi Pelwan. So I say, you will break. And confidence, I'll break. Then he's going towards the wall. Now see his confidence. He's so confident, he does not see how he is going. Before he goes to the wall, a small stone is there. He does not see that. And he's walking, he trips over and directly falls on the wall. And the wall breaks. He didn't make an effort also. गलती से गिर गया और टूट गया. अरे टूट गया, कैसे टूट गया? So has that Kadi Pelwan broken the wall? No. All that Pelwans came, they gave a smash, there was a small crack. Second came, bigger crack. The whole wall was ready to fall down, and Kadi Pelwan came and fell down. So if you are distributing books and no one is buying, you are maybe the first Pelwan or second Pelwan. You make an effort, you make an inspiration. He is hearing, he has said no to you. Another book distributor will come, he will say no to him. कितने बार no बोलेगा वो? But for that, book distributor has to go to him. Not that one book distributor goes in 2010 and the next book distributor goes in 2023. No. Regularly, that means devotees should go regularly out and do book distribution, especially in marathon. If you keep going, what happens? Pelwans are going. नहीं मिला. And finally, if you did book distribution and आपके हाथ से book गया, sometimes you are standing there, कोई ले नहीं रहा है, one person comes, भगवत गीता है क्या? हाँ, और मुझे चाहिए. अरे, no talking, no preaching, पैसा दे के निकल गया. ऐसा कैसे हो गया है? So you are like a कार्डी पहलवान. 5-6 पहलवान ने काम कर दिया अपना. You are just standing there and he has said no to 6-7 times. This time he says, ले लेंगे यार. Let us buy that. So 100% success is book distribution. You should not feel that, मैं book नहीं distribute किया. Never feel like that. Always keep a positive note. Gaurang Prabhu was mentioning in one of his classes that when he was distributing books in local train, so he asked, please take books. He asked one person, please take a book. नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है, धन्यवाद, thank you. And then he went away. He got down at the next station, go to the next coach, and this person came running behind him. अरे प्रभु जी बुक चाहिए. अरे you said book नहीं चाहिए पहले. हाँ, I didn't want, but I was really impressed. I said no to you, but you did not get depressed. You did not get disappointed. In fact, you were very happy and you continued. So that gave me impression that you guys are really doing great work. You don't get depressed, you don't get disappointed. नहीं लिया तो क्या होगा, दुनिया पड़ी है. So for seeing your enthusiasm, I am going to buy this book. That's why the enthusiasm of the devotee is more important than the person who is buying. Because ultimately it depends on the person who is giving out. So this is the first question answered. I hope all your questions are answered. If someone is having in the mind, no one will buy Bhagavad Gita. Even if no one will buy Bhagavad Gita, you are doing the first Pelwan or third Pelwan job. Keep doing it. Everyone has Bhagavad Gita, forget it. Everyone does not have Bhagavad Gita. Because you will hear after this marathon, 30 lakh of Bhagavad Gita will be distributed all over the world. So there is enough chance to distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. Second question. प्रभु जी इतना गीता बांटा है, कोई डिवोटी बना नहीं अभी तक. आप बोल रहे 28 लाख भगवद गीता बांट दिया. 28 lakh भगवद गीता has been distributed. But Prabhu, I don't find 28 lakh ISKCON devotees. कितना बांट रहे, कोई डिवोटी बन नहीं रहा है. So see, we should know that the person whom you sell, don't expect that he will come to temple, offer Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, Prabhuji, by your mercy I got chance to associate with ISKCON. You are my Pata Pradaksha Guru. You become now my Shiksha Guru. And you also become my whatever Guru. Please don't expect anyone to come like that after your book distribution. Because book distribution will take some time to work on that person. It will work. By giving Srila Prabhupada's book to any person on the street, we have begun his Krishna consciousness. Technically, there are different stages in bhakti. Adho, Shraddha, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha, Nivritti, and so on and so forth. Person who has no connection with Krishna, no knowledge of Krishna, nothing, the first time when you give him book, if he takes the book, his 2 steps is done. Adho, Shraddha, and Sadhu, Sangha. Because if he has to buy a Bhagavad Gita, little faith, पैसा दे रहा है ना, थोड़ा श्रद्धा तो होना चाहिए, चलो देखते हैं. That is all श्रद्धा, देखते हैं. So Adho Shraddha has begun on the street. And Sadhu Sangha, इतना प्योर डिवोटी का संग दे दिया आपने उसको. Srila Prabhupada Sangh we have given. He is carrying Prabhupada to his home. Full Sadhu Sangh, no problem. One time a small temple was there and few brahmacharis, they were not able to distribute Prabhupada's books because they were very busy in temple services. But they were always thinking back of the mind, oh, we should distribute. Small temple of Prabhupada deity was there, small deities were there. So one of the brahmacharis slept in the temple hall. Night 12:30, someone woke him up. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He saw Srila Prabhupada is waking up him. He was surprised, Prabhupada is waking up. He saw the Vyasasan, Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. He saw the Vyasasan. Prabhupada has got down from the Vyasasan and is waking up. The deity of Prabhupada is waking up. Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I am feeling very bored in this temple hall. मुझे बोर हो रहा है बहुत. I want to preach. Take me out. Yes, Prabhupada. Tomorrow morning we'll go. Not tomorrow morning. Today, now. Well, Prabhupada, now it's midnight. Now we will go for preaching. You walk ahead, I'll follow you. So this devotee was very surprised. Prabhupada ki jai bol diya, abhi karna padega. So Prabhupada followed him. He was in Gamcha also. So he went and the main gate. Prabhupada, kya karna chahiye? So we'll wait. Because the whole street was empty. There was no one on the street. Then Prabhupada saw there was someone walking on that another street parallelly. Prabhupada said, go and bring him. Prabhupada, what should I say? Go and tell him, my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada wants to preach to you. बाप रे, जाओ. तो डर के गया उधर, उसको पढ़ा, चलो. वो डर गया. अरे नाइट 12:30 1 PM समवन कैचेस यू, चलो अनजाना व्यक्ति. तो आप क्या बोलेंगे? बाप रे, भागो इधर से. वो पकड़ के ले गया. क्या, कहाँ लेके जा रहे हैं? मेरे गुरु महाराज को आपको प्रचार करना है. बोले बाप रे. तो he brought him to the main gate and then he saw there is no Prabhupada. बाप रे, प्रभुपाद फंसा दिया मुझे. Prabhupada is not there. This guy said, अरे कहाँ लेके आया मुझे? And suddenly he heard Prabhupada's sound. अरे, I am here. And he saw there was a bench, a small desk there. And on that there are a few books of Prabhupada, 5-6 books. From there the sound was coming. Prabhupada said, hey Hari bol, दे दो मुझे, दे दो मुझे, दे दो मुझे, दे दो मुझे, इसके घर पे जाऊंगा और इसको प्रचार करूंगा मैं. हाँ, तो took the books and gave it to him, said, my Guru Maharaj will preach you at home, no need of coming temple. And said, go. So the person said, chalo, acha hai. He went away. And that time this devotee's dream got over. He was actually dreaming. But he was understanding after dream. What that dream was very tubular chamagiya. Actually, when you distribute Prabhupada books, you are giving sadhu sangha Prabhupada to them. What best, right? What best association you can give to the whole world? The purest person, Srila Prabhupada, give him. So, will they become devotees? They will become devotees. Definitely they will become devotees. I'll tell you a story. One time in Delhi, one person was, there are many stories, each one of us has a story of how we became devotees. But one person was distributing books and he saw some bhajans somewhere in a local temple. He saw a mandali, Mahila Mandal, and they were doing all bhajan. Some bhajans, all bhajans. So he thought, let me go and distribute books to this Mahila Mandal because they are doing bhajans. So he waited, this Mahila Mandal bhajan is not getting over. 15 minute, 20 minute वो बुक दिखा रहा है ऐसे सबको, सब भजन गा रहे हैं हाँ करके और सब भजन कर रहे हैं. So he became tired. He said, let me keep one book here and come back again. They will see the book while doing bhajan. They will get desire to get books. So he went for distribution. He kept the Bhagavad Gita in front, near the water, their altar, small altar. So he went for book distribution, but he forgot to come back. He got busy. Meanwhile, Mahila Mandal bhajan got over, and all the Mahilas were going. The leader Mahila was thinking, who is this person? He kept the Bhagavad Gita here. Now, who will take this Bhagavad Gita? Kya karna chahiye? What should we do? She took the Bhagavad Gita with her. Kya karna chahiye? What should I do? She was not interested in Bhagavad Gita. She was interested in bhajan. So she thought, I'll give this book to my daughter. She went, daughter, see you're entering college. College means lot of problems. This thing and that thing will come. So to protect you, I am giving you a gift of Bhagavad Gita. Daily read Bhagavad Gita and you will be always protected. So the daughter said, oh, thank you, mother. But she was thinking, kya hai Bhagavad Gita de diya? So she was thinking, kya karu? What should I do? So she thought to gift it to someone else. So this girl had a brother and he was studying engineering outside and staying in a hostel. So she couriered the Bhagavad Gita as a Raksha Bandhan gift. So the gift came, the boy was excited. Arey, bhai ne pehli baar kuch bheja hai, kuch to itna bada mota. So he opened and found a Bhagavad Gita. What can be done? Sister has sent, so thoda maan rakhna padega. She kept it. Hostel room is very small. Where can he keep? So samne tha. Sometimes he would pick up, read 2-3 verses. Again keep it down, again 2-3 verses. 1 month he read some Bhagavad Gita, he got interested in Bhagavad Gita. And he saw ISKCON Bhagavad Gita. Then he came to know, अरे आपने hostel में ISKCON का program हो रहा है. In that hostel, ISKCON program was going on. So he went to that hostel program and he became a devotee. You know who is that person? Amog Leela Prabhu. Now, Did Amog Leela buy the book? Who bought the book? Mother bought. Mother did not buy the book also. She got the book. She gave it to daughter. Daughter gave it to brother. And this person became devotee. Then he came back and sister also became devotee. Mother also became devotee. Father also became devotee. So if you sell Bhagavad Gita to someone, don't think that he will become devotee. He may not become. Someone else will become. That book will go anywhere in the world. We do not know. There was one person, a doctor in Burma. He got a chance to go for a conference of doctors in New York City. He went to New York, he was a Buddhist. And there, after his conference, घूमने गया वो, Statue of Liberty and all that Empire State Building, घूमते घूमते, who in the world he'll feel Empire State Building के नीचे उसको एक book distributor मिल गया. बोला, please take this Bhagavad Gita. बोला, I am Buddhist. So the devotee, foreign devotee did not know what is Buddhist, what is Hinduism, Jainism. He thought, Buddhist, oh very nice. He opened the Bhagavad Gita, there was a paper, color photo. 10 incarnations. So see, Buddha is here. This book contains Buddha. So he was very happy. He took the book. And he thought, abhi time nahi padhne ke liye, when I go back by flight from New York to Burma, I'll read this book. So on the flight he was reading. Oh, first chapter, second chapter, there is no name, no word Buddha resembling also. I said, क्या हो रहा है? What is happening? Then I understood, किसने तो हमको जो भी है बुद्धू बना दिया. So he came back to Burma and was thinking, what to do with this Bhagavad Gita? So he remembered he has a friend, doctor friend, who was a Hindu. So he said, I have got a gift from New York for you. So the doctor became very excited. New York से कुछ मेरे friend ने gift लाया. क्या है? Bhagavad Gita. Oh, okay, thank you, so kind of you, you got Gita. Of all places, someone gave a gift from New York City to him as Bhagavad Gita. So he also kept it in his shelf, as it is. So now this father forgot. He had a child, 8-year-old. In due course of time, this boy grew up, 15-year-old, he finished his SSC. Then he was just 3 months of vacation bored. Let's read some book. He went to his father's library, picked up all the books, which was very good looking, 10 books. He picked up the Bhagavad Gita, also kept there. Read the Bhagavad Gita, was so happy reading Bhagavad Gita. He called his friends, discussing Bhagavad Gita with them. 2, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, they were discussing Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna, following principles. And this was the time when Burma had no ISKCON devotee, no ISKCON center. 1980s. And what happened? Then one fine day, one first devotee of ISKCON came to Burma to start preaching. And he was distributing books and suddenly found this group of boys in the park reading what? The same book which is about to distribute. Bhagavad Gita, how do you have? My father got a gift. New York, say, idhar aaya Bhagavad Gita. And they were already devotees, they did not know ISKCON. He clubbed with them. The first ISKCON center opened in Burma. So, Bhagavad Gita was sold in New York, it went to Burma. So we can see that how we don't even know where the book is going. And the most important thing, if you're saying that, Prabhu, we are distributing books, we are not knowing if they are becoming devotees. By our book distribution, one person definitely will become devotee. That is who? Us. 100%. But distributing books, what will happen? Genuine humility will come. Tolerance will come. And every day in the morning is thinking, Trinadavi Suni Chena Tarorapi Saishno Amanina Manadena. All these 4 things will come in the book distribution. And then automatically Kirtaniya Sadahari will come. So you feel, Prabhu ji, मेरा ego बढ़ गया है, pride बढ़ गया है, कुछ seminar है क्या? Seminar क्यों चाहिए? Go to book godown, take 4 books, start now, go to Chowpatty. In half an hour you will get Trinadapi Suni Chena Tarorapi Saishno Amanina Manadena. Lele by book. Kirtaniya Sadari. You will be Krishna conscious because the book distributor will be Krishna conscious. जब book जाता नहीं तो प्रार्थना करते हैं भगवान लेने दो इसको. We become very Krishna conscious. So Trinadapi Sunicha, the best person, the person who will become the devotee will be the person first will be us. So even if no one becomes devotee, let us distribute books for ourselves becoming a devotee. Someone may say, last question. Because I can see now, time is also the second question, another question may come, Prabhu Prasad kab milega? Before that I'll ask, last question. Prabhuji, I have never distributed. I am such a shy person, Prabhuji. I just cannot distribute. मैं तो कुछ बोल भी नहीं पाऊंगा, क्या करना चाहिए? So you tell me what to do. I will do cooking, I will do washing, I will do everything, but book distribution not me. So many devotees have this thing. I am very shy person. So let me give an example to you. That another thing, Prabhupada's books cannot be distributed by skills. During Prabhupada's time, Tamal Krishna Maharaj Brahmanpur desired to arrange or give book distribution to a company, a professional marketing company, and they will distribute Prabhupada's books just to increase the sales. So Prabhupada said, try it. The best marketing company ढूंढ के निकला अमेरिका में, and they told that you have to sell these books, you get commission for this. They tried their best. They came back and said, sorry, we are having bigger projects, so we will not able to do this. Actually, they could not do it. The best of marketing skills could not distribute Prabhupada's books. So they came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, we employed marketing people best. They could not distribute. Prabhupada said, yes, my books will not be distributed by skills. My books will be distributed by a devotee. If he's a devotee, he can distribute. Yeah? You have to be devotee because people don't see what you say. People see your body language. How enthusiasm, how grateful you are for distributing that book. If you come like that, अभी क्या करूँ, मेरे counselor ने दिया है तो बांटना ही पड़ेगा. That's the body language which you have when you go to distribute books. But body language is, I am so grateful. These books have changed my life. And I am not doing much. 11 महीना गया, लिया है. अभी देना है, 1 महीना try करता हूँ. If that body language, gratefulness, acknowledgement, Srila Prabhupada, please give your blessings so I can reach out and give books. Books are not going, I'll meet people, inspire them, take their contacts, bring them to temple. So many things we can do when we meet new people, right? Let me go out. In that body language, people are reading the body language. And people will be inspired. So in one temple, there were 3 people, Suresh, Mahesh and Naresh. And they all joined the temple. So the temple commander, Kamlesh, he said, book distribution marathon has come. Suresh, Naresh, you have degrees in MBA in marketing. Suresh, you are from a prestigious college. So your target is, you go out today and distribute 200 Bhagavad Gitas. Suresh said, yes, Prabhu, I'll do it. The next, Naresh, you are MBA topper in marketing. You should distribute 300 Bhagavad Gitas. Okay, Prabhuji, I will do it. 300 लेके गया. And then next is Paresh. Paresh था कि महेश था? जो भी महेश. तो महेश is 10 pass. और महेश थोड़ा तोतला भी था. He could not say. What do you say totla in English? Stammering. Thank you. Stammering. Can I go for book distribution? This is how you say. So, okay, Mahesh, whatever you do is good. Take the books. So, whatever you do, you thought, arey, 200 first, next 300. So, it took 500. So after the whole day, then Suresh comes. Prabhu, 200 Bhagavad Gita is done. Commander Kamlesh is happy. Then comes, who's the next one? Naresh, Paresh, jo bhi hai. So he comes. And Prabhu, 300 Bhagavad Gita is done. Wow, I expected you are topper in MBA marketing. You should do that. Well done. And then in the end comes our Mahesh. महेश ठीक है हो गया सब बुक रख दो बचा हुआ. व्हाट हैपेंड? कितना किया? 5 किया क्या? 50 किया क्या? 500. Suresh and Naresh fainted. Their marketing skills all evaporated. And Kamlesh is thinking, क्या? 500? कैसे किया? Now Kamlesh has to have some time because he's going to narrate the whole story, na? So मैडम पहले बैठ जाओ, पानी पियो, प्रेम से बताओ. 15 मिनट दिया. In 15 minutes he said, now I'm not going to imitate him because I will take 15 minutes here. He said that I did not know what to do. I am stammering. So I do not even know how to convince a person. But I know Prabhupada can convince. So I thought anyone comes to me, I'll open the book and start reading the book to him. Okay. So the first person I approached and said, Bhagavad Gita, and started reading to him. Now you know, if stammering person is reading Bhagavad Gita, what will happen? Yada. He'll read like Gita. So he said, Samne wala person, he thought, you don't read, I will read, give the book. So in this way, this person, simplicity of heart, Prabhupada, मेरे को बोलने आता नहीं कुछ. Prabhupada, whatever he says, he read not what he was doing, but the other person thinking, if he starts reading, time jayega. In this way, he distributed how many books? 500 books. So now, any marketing skills, anything is there, it all goes in the garbage. The only thing needed is, we are grateful to Srila Prabhupada. He has given us Krishna consciousness. In Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir, we are sitting here, the temple is full, and we don't want anyone else to come to temple, so we will not distribute books, right? How many of you feel that, oh, this temple should be always empty, 4-5 log काफ़ी है, शांति चाहिए, प्रसाद में ज़्यादा लाइन नहीं चाहिए. Or you want, this temple should be so full that even there, everywhere there are devotees. You want or not want? Hari Bol. That can only happen how? We all came how? Krishna came in our dream. आपका नाम क्या है? राम प्रभु, कल चले जाओ राधा गोपीनाथ मंदिर में. No, we all came because some devotee, very mercifully, tolerant, kept pushing, pulling, and finally got us here, and then we got hooked to this place. Now our Sundays are going here. Holiday we go to temple. You ask anyone, कहाँ जा रहे हो? मंदिर जा रहे हो. Sunday के दिन. कब आएगा? 4 घंटे बाद. अरे बाप रे. People think मंदिर means 4 minute, 5 minute, घंटे बजा के निकलो बाहर. But here is a unique temple. 4 घंटा. Lecture सुन के, प्रसाद लेके, भक्तों से बात करके, then I'll come. So we want more and more people to come to this temple. So will Radha Gopinath go and come the dream of everyone in the outside world? Please come to Radha Gopinath temple. No, we have to go and bring them, right? The whole year for Janmashtami, Radhashtami, all festival, we go to our neighbors, our friends, people whom we know. We keep trying them, aa nahi raha abhi. But we have never tried the whole world. Anjane ke paas kabhi gaya kya? Can you go to an Anjana person? Janmashtami le aana Radha Gopinath temple. We just cannot go. But book distribution, you can approach anyone. Any person. So we are striking to new people. So book distribution marathon means going to new people, showing them books, becoming first Pehlwan or 8th Kadi Pehlwan, and 100% success, and finally 30 lakh Bhagavad Gita will go because we all tried our best. This is Srila Prabhupada's book marathon. Srila Prabhupada book marathon ki jai. So wish all the best to all the devotees here. Please kindly try to distribute Bhagavad Gitas. And if you want one magical formula, I'll give you a magical formula. Are you ready? The magical formula is, you can't distribute those books which you do not have. Right? You can't distribute those books which you do not have. So if you want to distribute books, you should first have. And you want to have, you are in right place now. After the Bhagavatam class, without forgetting, go to book godown, at least take one book. And if you want to really do good book distribution, I would recommend you take a box and keep in your living room. In a nice place, decorate it. So every day when you see that, you remember, अरे marathon चल रहा है और box भरा हुआ ही है अभी तक, खाली नहीं हुआ है. So what will happen? Reminder will come. We'll remind ourselves, कुछ करना चाहिए, and you keep meeting people, talking to people, and then finally, and even if nothing happens, all the box is intact, please bring the box back. The box will come to your house, purify your whole family, and come back. But अभी तक ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऐसा हुआ है कि वापस नहीं आया है. ऐसा नहीं कि हमने लिया नहीं है, आया ही नहीं है. It goes away. दाने दाने पे लिखा है खाने वाले का नाम. Every Prabhupada book has the customer written. Who are we? We are the legs of this book. Can this book walk and find a customer? The book requires leg. So अपना दो टांग काम आएगा. We just go with the book and the book will find customer. They will pick the book and they will get transformed. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.